Today, we are in Houston, Texas' fastest selling master planned community. We were actually here just 2 years ago, and this neighborhood has come a long way. And we told you 2 years ago that this place was going to blow up, and guess what? We were right. All of the amenities that we were waiting for them to complete when we filmed the video initially are finally in, except for one. And it's the one amenity that I think is really going to make this place completely unique and special and different from any other master plan community here in Houston, Texas. We are just a few months out from the grand opening of their lagoon. Yes, you heard me right. They are gonna have a crystal clear lagoon. And this has always been part of the developer's plans since the beginning, but people have been waiting for this moment, and we wanted to film this for you guys to let you know this is your last chance to buy before this lagoon opens. They have all of the other amenities here in the community already opened, and they are top of the line. They have a resort style pool with a lazy river in it, 4 covered pickleball courts. This is the biggest pickleball complex that we've seen in any master plan community in Houston. They've got tennis courts, multiple parks that are fully built out, located all throughout the community, so they're all super conveniently accessible. Walking trails, they've got ponds, they've got a soccer field, which we actually tried out for ourselves today. They're gonna have multiple community events all throughout the year, which we'll tell you about a little bit later, but the waiting is over. All of the amenities are in place, and as soon as this lagoon opens, this place is going to pop. Today we've got tons of builders to show you, but we've narrowed it down to our top 4. And this was really tough because there are more model homes in this brand new model home park than any neighborhood that we have been in. Seriously, they have over 23 different home builders out here. Now they're about halfway done with development when it comes to the homes. They've got about 3,000 currently built out, and when it's all said and done, there are gonna be 7,000 homes here in this community, which means they're gonna continue to bring a lot of commercial development here to this area. We are here in Katy, Texas, so if you're looking for a great value on a home with some unique amenities you can't find anywhere else, and you're looking for that long-term appreciation, you're gonna wanna check out this neighborhood. And all 4 homes that we pulled have something completely unique and completely different to offer you, starting with this Westin. This is Westin's 50-foot product. We're gonna be going inside here first, but we're actually gonna be showing you a builder that we've never shown on our channel before, and we're gonna work our way down and tell you all of the unique things that they have to offer right here in Sunterra. And I forgot to mention, the home prices out here, some are even starting under $300,000. Now let's get you inside this Westin and show you our first house. So for those of you that haven't seen our channel before, you may not know I live in a Westin home, and I love Westin. I love showing off their product, and one of the things I love most about it are gonna be their entrances. Right whenever you come in their model over here, you're immediately greeted with Westin staple, and it is that spiral staircase. Now this is gonna be a 50-foot product, and if you don't know what that means that just means that the lot width is 50 feet wide, which means wall to wall, this home's gonna be 40 feet wide, and the 50-foot product is a staple of Westin's product lines. Now, I told you there's over 23 different builders here in this community, and that is a lot to choose from. But I think the one thing that's really unique about Westin is none of the homes out here are going to have the same look and feel as Westin. Now, out of all the homes out here, this isn't typically the case, but Westin is actually going to be on the higher end of all of the homes out here. This is very much a value-driven community. In fact, most prices out here don't even get over $600,000. And so if you're wanting a home in a great school district here in Katy ISD, and you want tons of different home options and you wanna be under 600,000, there are so many options out here to choose from, but I do think you're gonna love the Westin. So right when you walk up here, they've got it set up as a sales office, but you're gonna have a home study, and it is just right here at the front of the home. Most of their floor plans aren't like this. I like how the doors are just kind of catty corner and kick open and close right up here at the staircase. We just had the Christmas holidays. We had our Christmas tree tucked in nicely here. It's just framed out perfectly for that special occasion. Now, what's really unique about this 50-foot product is they have 2 bedrooms on the first floor, which we will get to. But if you've never seen a Westin home, welcome. I think one of the other features that a lot of people gravitate towards with these Westin homes is just how open they typically are. A lot of times, the main living areas will open up to the second floor, which is the case here, and we'll show you that here in a second. But they moved over to this new electric fireplace, but I really like just how nice and wide the fireplace is. It's gonna give you the ability to put a massive TV up there, and you're gonna have direct line of sight from over here in the kitchen. Now, some of the Westin floor plans, the living rooms can feel a little bit too tight in my opinion, but with this Ellicott floor plan, that's not the case. It feels like a really well-defined space, and I just love that they did the built-ins on each side of the fireplace. This floor plan specifically has a lot of symmetry going on that I appreciate, and I would want in my house. Now, they've got a wood look tile. This is a tile, and I didn't show you this. Keith, we might need to backtrack. Check this out. This just happens to be in their model home, but this is a pretty cool design. It almost looks like a bunch of blocks, like Rubik's Cubes or something. So over here in the kitchen, nice kitchen island. You got the two-tone cabinets. We're seeing this a lot lately. I like the natural white oak. I think it's got a nice clean look. And then they didn't just do two-tone cabinets with the white over here, they also did two-tone countertops. So check this out. You got a white kind of matte finish quartz with some gold, I guess, veins running through it. And then over here, you've got the black quartz with the white veins. So a little compare and contrast. A lot of times they like to show off in the model homes. But one thing I haven't seen is they actually have two different colored handles. So they've got the gold and then they've got the black over on these guys. So pretty interesting. Now over here, you're gonna have your cornered pantry. Decent size. This one's actually bigger than I was expecting. So it is a walk-in. And then they've got all their floor plans in here. Now with Westin, they're only building on these 50-foot lots, but they have some that are actually on lakefront lots here in this community. It's very rare here in Houston that you get homes that don't back up to rear neighbors, and whenever you do, you're gonna wanna jump on that opportunity. And what's crazy is I'm gonna tell the pricing of these homes at the end, and it's gonna blow your mind what you can get in a 50-foot Westin product on a lakefront lot without breaking the bank. So over here in the kitchen, you got your 5-burner gas cooktop, and then I do want to point this out. I've never seen this before. This is super unique. They've got this backsplash set up, but the design of it sticks out, but it also looks like they have like pencil drawings on it. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. Do you like this or not? I'm not sure how it comes through on camera, but I think it's pretty sweet. Now you got the farmhouse sink, and then this is that view I was talking about. You got a direct line of sight over to the living room, and I just really like how Westin's family living rooms live. It's just kind of a great place to huddle everybody up. Now, in this 50-foot product, it doesn't have a formal dining room tucked away up at the front because this floor plan has 2 bedrooms on the first floor. So what I appreciate that they did is they actually gave you an oversized kind of kitchenette area here. So this is a 6-seater table. So this essentially will function as your formal dining room. Now, all Westin homes are gonna have some form of covered back patio, but they all vary in size. What's pretty unique about this one though, is that it's kind of included in the house. It doesn't protrude out into the yard, and you've got taller ceilings over here. And real quick, Keith, I wanna show them this backyard. You might have some construction noise in the back, but this is an oversized lot. This is bigger than what you're typically gonna see out here. But if you do come out here and we have the time to properly look, you can occasionally find lots of this size out here in this community, which is nice. I personally waited 5 months for a new section to open up whenever I built my Westin home, and I'm in a different community, but we waited in order to handpick the lot that we wanted, and I'm really glad that we did, because you can build the same home anywhere, but you can't build the same lot anywhere. And so lot choice is something that I was really particular about, and I encourage you to be, and we can definitely help you with that. So coming on over into here, the master bedroom is tucked away off of the back of the house. Pretty simple. They've added some texture on the walls, but what I like about Westin is it's typically the most square footage for the lowest price while still giving you a really clean, modern slate. And that's what we appreciated. We came in after we closed on our Westin and got to add a bunch of upgrades. And it really, you can take these homes to the next level pretty quickly without spending too much money. Now, even their base finishes are pretty sweet. Their bathrooms are always really cool. I like that they went with the black in here, like you saw in part of the kitchen. You've got the flush undermounted sinks. This is a staple. All Westin homes, for the most part, are gonna come with this freestanding tub, and then you're gonna have a walk-in shower option here too. Got the frosted glass window, and then check out this tile. This is pretty sweet. I think if I could go back, I probably would have done something a little bit more fun in my house. We kept it a little too basic. So now over here, got your linen closet. Careful now. I got a Westin home, and the only thing that we didn't look at on the floor plan, we got everything we wanted, except we didn't have a linen closet in our master bathroom. And I wish we did. Luckily there was space, we just built a cabinet out later and it was fine. But check out this closet space. I've been so frustrated lately going into these different builders and seeing these 25, 3,000 square foot homes, and the closets are this big. But guess what? This one's even bigger, and it's got a really cool feature. But before I show you that, I do want to show you, not only do you have like cool little shoe storage built in, this is your smart home panel. All homes are going to have this. It just depends on where they're located in the house. This is where you're going to bring in your Wi-Fi. You're going to run your security cameras, and this overall is actually pretty clean. Sometimes there's so many cables that you can't even get these things to close up. But what I like about Westin homes is most of their floor plans are going to connect through to the laundry, and they're also going to connect through to the garage. And so let's be honest, you come home from the gym, or the kids are, gross, whatever, you can just throw the dirty clothes straight in the laundry room, hop in the shower yourself, throw your kids in the tub, and rinse them off. And then this connects nicely up over to the front of the house. Now, you've got a 3-car tandem garage in this home, which I love. A lot of their floor plans are going to offer that. It's pretty unique, and this floor plan's different. Not all floor plans are gonna have a second bedroom on the first floor, and that is what we have here. But we also have a full ensuite. So coming over this way, you've got the bathroom. Guests in town, you can throw the kiddos upstairs or have the in-laws just stay in here, hopefully not too long. But you do have a really nice half bath in here. I'll kick that light on for you. I love the kind of pedestal sink. That's a little bit of an upgrade. And then you always want good storage in a home. And anytime they've got these big staircases, check this out. Let me get the light on for you. Boom, go on in there, Keith. You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and close you up in here and I'll see you upstairs. All right, so up here at the top of the stairs, what I love about the Westin is typically it's gonna open up to the front of the house. Now, I'm not a particular fan of it spilling over into the main living area. I've voiced that before. I like having a separate upstairs just for noise to carry over, but this one's not that bad. There's a nice little spillover here, but you do have this full-size partition, and then this is gonna be your upstairs game room. And one of the staple features of a Westin is gonna be the media room. Now, it's always gonna vary a little bit in size. Sometimes the game room's small and the media room's big. Sometimes the media room's big and the game room's small. In this case, I would say both of them are adequate. In these 50-foot products, you're gonna have square footages from on the low end 2,600 all the way up to 3,100. So it's not until you get into their big 60-foot products, some of them get up to over 4,000 square feet. That's where these spaces start to get larger. But in their 50-foot products, you're still gonna get the spaces. I think that's what is important. You do have an upstairs game room. You do have a cool little media room, a place for the kids to come out, hang out, play air hockey, whatever they wanna do. And then you've got 2 more bedrooms up here. And then Keith, did we show them this? Check this out. They always do this really cool rotunda. So this is a staple of their homes. I have it in my home. A lot of times we'll use accent paint to kind of really draw your eyes up here. But even these gorgeous windows, they're just gonna bring in a lot of natural light. And I think that's what sets Westin apart. A lot of these homes are just a bunch of right angles, and there's just something about throwing some nice curves in it that just makes it sexy. Now up here we got 2 bedrooms, and then you're going to have a connected full-size bathroom. So this is one of the 2. Now, rarely do I see this. This is gonna be a walk-in to your attic. So a lot of times you're gonna have a walk-in attic. This here in Texas, we don't have basements. You're gonna store your stuff in there. They've got the furnace, which is like the heater for the house. So all of your mechanicals are gonna run in there. Typically they'll have the hot water heater, but you can lock that up. That's an exterior door, so it's a solid core door, it's insulated. And then, decent hanging space, no walk-in closets up here, but the ceiling height's nice. They're 9-foot ceilings. And then this is gonna be a full-size bed. So definitely can accommodate decent size, good size nightstands, not a walk-in closet. And then this bathroom connects through. So you've got access in this bedroom, but it's actually kind of like a Jack and Jill to the hallway. So there's one bathroom, we're gonna get log jammed. Here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. We'll snake on through. And then it connects back out here, over here to this linen closet. So that's it for the Westin. They've got tons of floor plans here in their 50-foot products. Now let's get outside and I can tell you exactly how much they cost. Now with Westin, what you see is what you get. They don't play games with pricing, and I appreciate that. We've sold over 20 homes with Westin here just in the past 2 years, and we've got a great relationship with them. And all of their prices for this 50-foot product here in Sunterra, which is gonna be the most expensive product out here. Like if you want homes just over $300,000, stick around. We're gonna show you those here. In fact, that's gonna be the last home tour we go on today. But you can get all of their homes between $475,000 and $575,000. Even their most expensive homes barely crack right at that $600,000 mark. Now, we're actually about to show you a builder we've never shown you before. This is TriCoast Homes. They're based here in Houston, and we've seen them in a few neighborhoods, but we haven't had a chance to feature them yet. But they have a very similar look compared to other builders as what we saw in the Westin, but there's some key differences inside that we wanna show you. But before we get you inside there, if you don't know already, my name's Kyler Ferris. We make these videos just for you guys. We've been doing this for years now, and if we can do anything to help you, we would love to. So don't be shy. If you're thinking about moving to Houston and you got questions, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email, and that way we can actually help you guys make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas. Now this one's exciting because we haven't shown it to you on our channel, and when we walked in this model, it was just kind of refreshing. A lot of the homes, especially when you got 23 different model homes, start to kind of look and feel the same, but TriCoast has a really unique and distinct look, starting with just how open it is and how modern the color palette is. I definitely think that this is gonna be one of the top tier builders out here, and the pricing, which we'll get to at the end of this tour, is really not that bad, especially for what you get. So right when you come to this home, Keith had mentioned when we were walking it the first time, it kind of has like a old school feel in terms of how they used to build homes as far as layouts go, but it definitely doesn't have an old school feel in terms of just kind of openness and color palette. So when you walk in, this would normally be completely walled off. This is the garage. You've got your staircase. It welcomes you nicely. But then you've got this formal dining area. Now they've got it set up completely different, but I would definitely probably set this up as an extra flex, sitting room or play space, because what they also gave you in this kind of grand room is an informal dining space. I have this in my home and I absolutely love it. It gives you a lot of flexibility because in that formal dining room, you can use it as a sitting area. And so check out how open this is. They've got these exposed beams going across the top, and this is definitely that kind of California feeling ranch style home. And what's really remarkable is check out the ceiling height on this first floor with it still being a 2-story home. Now this is exactly like I said I loved when we were over in the Westin, where you get a 2-story home, but it's 2 completely separate stories. This first floor lives on its own. You're not gonna have that noise traveling all the way upstairs. And speaking of noise, you've got a control volume knob right here on these speakers here in the living room, so we can crank it up. We're gonna go ahead and crank it down, that way you can hear us. So kitchen is nice, clean, sleek, modern. Obviously, whenever you build with this builder, you've got an option to pick out a bunch of different design selections, but I think they did a good job of giving you a very neutral, clean color palette in here. You've got the waterfall countertops with the quartz, stainless steel appliances that are nice. I do like when they do the built-ins kind of off to the side. Gives you a lot more space. It doesn't crowd the whole kitchen. And then a lot of cabinet space, and the pantry's huge in this home. You can't really see it from that side, but they do have 2-tone cabinets in here, going with a more dark natural wood look, and then your white, but you can't really tell from the sides because they wrap that countertop on down the sides. So I love this layout of this home. I like how open it is. You've got the sight lines all the way over there to the television. And then as far as flooring goes in here, interesting choice. So this is a luxury vinyl plank, but it's very light. Some people love this. I would say it's very far on the light side. I like personally something that's a little bit more neutral, but you're gonna have a lot of different options. But what's nice is if you have pets, you're definitely gonna wanna either go with tile or with a wood look vinyl plank. You don't wanna go with the real hardwoods because the dogs will ruin them. Too often have we walked over to listings and the dogs have ruined the floors. So coming out here, I love this covered patio. My wife would be very jealous at just how tall the ceilings are out here. And it makes a world of difference. When these patio heights are taller, check these windows out. You're gonna be able to get a lot more natural light down and into the home. And then you've got to have an outdoor kitchen here in Texas. It's hot out 9 months out of the year. So if you wanna have a pool set up out here, come out here, grill, and have it all turnkey day one. It's great. Let's check this one out, Keith. Let's play our game. Anytime we see outdoor kitchens, we like to guess what it is. I'm guessing it's like just a sear burner plate. Kinda, okay. You can cook some crawfish on there. Obviously a refrigerator. Storage. Trash can or storage? Probably storage. Yeah, just a bunch of storage, nothing fancy. They did plumb it out here with an outdoor sink. Itty bitty sink, cute little sink. Nice, cute little sink. Yard size, this is more, I would say, what you would expect on standard interior lots. It's not until you get in those cul-de-sacs where the backyards really start to open up a whole lot more. Now, TriCoast Homes is actually one of the few builders, they're building on multiple lot sizes. So they've got 40-foot lots, which is the smallest lot size you're gonna see out here, and 50-foot lots. Now, what's super unique about Sunterra is there's not a bunch of lot sizes. They really wanted it to be a big neighborhood. There's gonna be over 7,000 homes when it's all said and done, but they wanted it to be a value play. They wanted it to be family oriented. They don't have homes getting up over 600, 700, 800, 900,000, a million like some of these communities do. And so really they're only gonna have 40, 45, and 50-foot lots out here. So pretty good size master, king size bed, the tray ceiling similar to what we see in Westin. But what I liked was this bathroom. So I was expecting it to run long ways, but it doesn't. As soon as you walk in, it kicks over sideways, and it's nice open, plenty of room at both of the vanities. I love the framed out mirrors, tall ceilings, and tons of cabinet space, if I can grab them. Oh, Even have a little blow dryer brush. That's what I use, guys. Got one for Christmas, love it. I'm surprised, I wonder if somebody's doing their hair in the model homes. So check out this shower. This thing's huge. I don't think it's gonna have the bench that everyone knows I love at this point, but you've got 2 shower heads. You've got the waterfall, and then just the standard. You got your little shampoo nooks tucked away where nobody can see them. And then what's great is 2 faucets, but check this out. You can turn them, they're over here, so you're not gonna have to like get sprayed by the water when you're warming it up. Lovely sound. And then look, pretty good sized closet space. This is what you're hoping for in a home around the 3,000 square foot mark. They've got homes in the 50-foot products that go all the way up to 3,400 square feet, and their smallest products in that 40-foot product, they're gonna be as small as 1,900 square feet. Now, anytime you're in a model home, you've got to kind of take a quick look and see where they've moved walls around to accommodate a sales office. So off the main living area, this would normally be your little landing space, and this would be your door into the garage. Now, because they've got it set up as a model, that wall's just opened up to the sales office, but normally you'd come in from the garage, and you'd have your little landing area. They even have a nice little storage closet tucked in over here. And then this is your laundry room. Probably a regular size, just maybe slightly larger than normal because they've got this countertop. But I like that they've got the countertop. And then I actually appreciate that they didn't do cabinets under here. Gives you plenty of room for storage if you got pets, you know, dog beds, litter boxes, all that stuff can go here. And then they've got the cabinets built in up here. Plenty of room for full-size washer and dryer. And I want to touch on this one more time. You saw the main living room that has that informal dining area. This is great. This is a great kind of informal lounge, kind of hangout sitting area. Set it up for some games, maybe even have a pool table downstairs. Now, I probably wouldn't want to use it as like a playroom because it's not completely closed in, and it's going to be the first thing that your guests see when they walk in. You don't just want toys all over the floor. And then down here, you got 2 cute features. One is going to be your just half bath, but then underneath the stairs, you got just your little Harry Potter closet. It kicks down and goes all the way around. And then you've got real wood treads. And this is totally different than Westin. It's not the showcase spiral staircase, but it's kind of the nice old school established wood treads, you know, sturdy banisters staircase. So I'm gonna go on up and I'll meet you guys up there. So up here at the top of the stairs, you've got a living space. It picks right back up where it left off downstairs with the same flooring. Because you don't have that spillover into the downstairs, this is a true kind of separate upstairs. This is where the kids are gonna hang out, they're gonna live. And what's cool is because it doesn't spill over, one, they can make a little bit more noise, but you can also make more noise too downstairs. They're not gonna be able to hear you up here. So very much completely separated, and I like it. Still tall ceilings up here. Could be a little bit bigger in this kind of living room upstairs, but plenty of room to have a TV mounted, hang out. And then you've got 3 bedrooms here. We're gonna start over here in the first one. Now this is a decent sized room. I'd say about 12 foot by 12 foot. And they've got a twin size bed. This could easily accommodate a queen actually. They just happen to have a full size dresser there. Closet's not massive, not walk-ins, just, you know, decent amount of hanging space. Enough to fit a little beanbag, but this bathroom's going to have its own ensuite, or this bedroom. So pretty nice too, just to show you what kind of finishes they do. They pick some cool stuff in the design center to mix it up a little bit and really just kind of show off what some of their options are. Now, you do have a little storage closet up here for the blankets for the kiddos. And then this is gonna be kind of the shared upstairs full bathroom. Now coming in here, this room feels a little bit bigger. I don't know if it actually is. It might be about a foot wider, but this has a queen size bed with pretty good sized nightstands. And so just to show off, these aren't tiny bedrooms. I would say they're very adequate size. Now they're not massive, but you even have the walk-in closet over there, which is nice. And then this one's showing off the bunk bed. So they're kind of showing off a little bit of everything. I like it. I like it when the stagers help you out. It helps kind of make sense of, you know, how you would live in that actual home. And so really only one of the 3 bedrooms up here is gonna offer that walk-in closet. One of them's got the ensuite. And then I would say this one is probably for your least favorite child. Now let's get you guys outside and tell you exactly how much TriCoast homes cost. Now, I really personally liked this 50-foot model home. This is gonna be one of their bigger floor plans. As I mentioned, they go all the way up to 3,400 square feet with their 50-foot products. They're gonna start around 2,800 square feet, and their pricing is really good. Now, they also do build on 40-foot lots. They just don't have a 40-foot model home. So if you like the finishes in this, but you're really trying to keep that budget lower, they actually have some homes starting around $375,000. Now, for their 50-foot products, most of their ready now, which they have some on the ground, move-in ready inventory homes, which you could call us today and we could send you a list of them, and you can move in here in 30 days from the time you're watching this. Those homes are gonna range between $450,000 and $500,000. In fact, only one of the homes on their move-in ready sheet was over $500,000, and it was just barely over. So I definitely think not only is Sunterra delivering the value with everything they've got here in the neighborhood, which we're about to go show you the amenities, but also TriCoast is delivering in value as one of these builders. Now, if your budget isn't in the 400, 500,000s, don't worry, we have you covered. The next two builders we're gonna see are gonna be even lower on the price points. And as I mentioned, some builders out here are actually starting just under $300,000. But before we go show you those builders, I wanna pop over to the Amenity Center because it's come a long way, as I mentioned in the intro of this video. So we're gonna show off those amenities and give you a high-level overview of the neighborhood. But don't worry, then we're gonna get you over to those less expensive homes. The retreat is located right here in the middle of Sunterra, and at this point, they're putting the finishing touches on one of the final buildings over here, and they have a lot of amenities packed all into this one location. Now, yes, I did say they had got multiple pocket parks throughout the community. They've got hike and bike trails that run all through the neighborhood, as well as really nice ponds. You can go fishing in them, but they're also just pretty to look at. But all of those are ultimately gonna feed you up here to the retreat. And this is where a lot of the life takes place here in the community. As you can see, one of the main playgrounds is actually located up here, and it's pretty cool. They've got the turf set up, very modern park. They've got really cool playgrounds for kids of all ages, which is important. That's one thing we didn't realize until we had little kids, that a playground for a 5-year-old is different than a playground for a 1-year-old. So they're gonna have something for all the different kids. But right where we're sitting here, these garage doors completely open up, and they've got kind of a community center where you can come out, hang out. They've got shuffleboard, the restrooms, ping pong table, and even foosball. But right here is gonna be your splash pad located next to the pool. And the splash pad is really clutch here in the summer times because it's a great place for the kids to cool off, run around, have endless fun, but you don't have to actually get wet yourself. Now, if you do want to cool off, they've got the resort style pool with the lazy river. They've got the loungers, they've got great shade cover if you need it, because it does get hot here in the summers. But this is where I would be every single weekend during the summer, and you can even hear the kids in the background playing, having a good time, even though it's not the summer right now. Now, these garage doors are gonna open up here on the event lawn. This is gonna be the community event center. They're gonna have multiple events throughout the year, around the holidays, really just bringing that community together here in Sunterra. And then right over there, you've got your community gym, which is gonna give you key fob access only, and the HOA is gonna give you access to all of these amenities. Now, the HOA out here is a little bit higher than a lot of other communities, but let me remind you as what's coming. You've got the lagoon about to open up here in just a couple of months, so depending on when you're watching this, it should be opened up by the summer of 2025. And that is gonna be a staple feature of Sunterra. There's a handful of lagoons here in the Houston area, and they've been absolute hits for the communities. But let me just tell you, the people of Sunterra have been waiting for this lagoon, and it is gonna be a private lagoon for residents only. Now, right now, they've got about 3,000 homes already completed in Sunterra, so it is about time that they open that lagoon, but there are still plenty of building plans here in Sunterra. There are gonna be 7,000 homes when it is completed. Now, I told you there's over 23 different home builders, but what I didn't tell you is what the future development of Sunterra actually looks like. And so what we've heard is that Lennar and D.R. Horton are actually purchasing a large portion of the remainder of the lots here in the community. In fact, D.R. Horton alone has 800 lots. And so while you're watching this video, there's really only about a year left of development for a majority of these other builders. And so that's why we wanted to show you some of your other options, because not only is this your last chance to buy one of these homes before the lagoon goes in, which is gonna make prices here skyrocket because of the demand, but it's also one of your last chances to get a different home builder and pick from all of the different options. Now, if you are looking for that value play, then Lennar and D.R. Horton are gonna have you covered, because some of their prices are starting just over $300,000, and they're actually not the least expensive homes out here in the community. So that's the community overview. But there's one other thing that you need to know. We're here in Katy, Texas. We're in a fantastic location, and Katy is blown up. You've got communities popping up left and right everywhere, but Sunterra is definitely gonna be one of the largest, and as I mentioned, it's the fastest selling community here in Houston for a reason. But Sunterra actually is split in half when it comes to school districts. So yes, you've got Katy ISD, which is really well known and everyone probably talks about it if you're looking online, but you also have Royal ISD, which is another great school district. And they have current elementary schools, both under construction, set to open here pretty soon here in the community. So no matter which section you live in, whether you're in Royal ISD or Katy ISD, here in 2025, 2026, they're gonna open up those schools and you're gonna be walking distance from your front door to the local elementary schools. And so if you are wanting to be in one of the particular ISDs, you're gonna wanna reach out to us. We're gonna be able to tell you which builders are building in the sections that are zoned to the different school districts. That way we can have you covered when it comes to schools. Now, that's it for the overview of the neighborhood. We're excited for that lagoon to open here in a couple months, but I'm really excited to get you back over to the model home park so we can go check out some more homes. Now, one of the reasons you don't want to come out to a neighborhood this big all by yourself is because you might miss this. We are actually at a rogue model home. The main model home park's over there, but this one's brand new and you don't want to miss it because this is Lennar's newest product. In fact, I just said goodbye to one of my good buddies. He's the sales guy out here with Lennar, and we go way back. We go back beyond real estate. In fact, I was his pastoral intern when he was in 8th grade and I was working back at the church I used to work at. And so I've got a lot of good industry relationships, and that's really one of the benefits of not coming out here alone is not only do we know these people, but we know these products. Now, Lennar has one of the widest varieties of products out here. You've got 40-foot lots, 45s, 50s, and Keith, our buddy, actually just told me that they've got 55-foot lots on the way for this summer. Now, this is a 2,200 square foot product, and I want to just get you guys straight inside because Lennar has such a wide variety of housing options out here. Now, because they use these model homes as sales office, typically this isn't how it would look. This would be completely closed in, and this would actually be the garage, but we're gonna go straight back to the living room and we'll kind of funnel our way back through here. Now, at 2,200 square feet, it really starts to open up here at the back of the home. This is really where you're gonna kind of feel the width of these 50-foot products, which means this home is 40 feet wall to wall. And don't get confused. So Lennar Homes and Village Builders are the same company, and they're actually building Village Builders products and Lennar products out here. And at the end of this tour, I'm gonna tell you the pricing, because the pricing out here, actually, this is one of those builders that I told you starts under 300, but it's actually further under 300 than you would guess. Now, as far as finishes go, this is what you can expect in Lennar's product. You've got quartz countertops. It's a little bit thinner quartz. You've got luxury vinyl plank, but check out this stainless steel sink. The first home I ever purchased, by the way, was a Lennar home. And one thing I want to point out, Lennar, DR Horton, all these big builders that build at some of the lower price points, I think they get a lot of bad raps. Sometimes they get bad reviews, but I think one of the things people forget is when you sell thousands of homes a year, that's just a statistical higher likelihood to get these bad reviews. I had a great experience with my Lennar. One of the things that I really like is that it's turnkey. So you get a turnkey experience. They're smart homes, you get the Ring doorbells, and you get a lot of bells and whistles. All the appliances are included in their homes. Another thing that I appreciate is they really listen to their clients and the feedback. So they've got good ceiling heights throughout the homes and just all of the things that you're gonna want, especially in kind of a starter entry level price point home. Huge pantry in this house. Absolutely huge pantry. You got your stainless steel fridge tucked in over here. Pretty good cabinet space. And then I would say a very well-sized dining area. I mean, this is an 8-seater table. Even the bigger homes we saw today, including the Westin, all of them had 6-seater dining room tables. So very big, open concept, very wide patio, not super deep, but runs along the entire back of the house. And actually overall, I mean, decent yard for a corner lot, plenty of room to run around. And look, I don't know about you, but if I'm buying a $300,000-$400,000 home, I'm probably not putting a pool in because I'm probably moving out here for that lagoon anyways. Now, you've got a good dedicated living room area over here. Kind of like it, it's nice and cozy. It's not too far away from the TV, and you could easily do a big sectional over here. So plenty of space, very livable. And then this vinyl plank flooring is super durable. Like I said in the other house, for pets, it's gonna probably be your go-to. Got a little linen closet over here, and let's check out the master. So over here in the master, it's an overcast day. It's a little cold, it's a little overcast, so you're not getting all the light that this room normally would get into it. But you got room for the king bed over here. And then, all right, this is one of those houses, Keith. This is one of those funny things we've seen occasionally. Look, I totally get cutting costs where you have to. There's a reason these homes are able to get to this price point, but guys, I mean, come on. We're not at the locker room gym here. you know, it's like you'd put a curtain rod in a shower, but it's just kind of like an old school locker room. You know, I would want some glass enclosure here, personally. But whenever we tell you the prices at the end, you might be able to make do with a curtain rod. So overall, for a 2,200 square foot home, I would say closet is a 7. It's not too big, not too small. I would say it's adequate for sure. Now, what's really cool and unique about this floor plan, one, they've got dual vanities in here. They listened to the clients and they said, you know what, don't just put one. So they've got 2 in here. But what I do like is this is a 4-bedroom plus a study. So everything just kind of flows nicely as we head back up towards the front of the home. For 2,200 square feet, I think it's nice to have kind of this as a flex playroom too, especially if you got kiddos. This is a great, good sized family home. They've got homes starting as small as 1,400 square feet, in my opinion. That's very small. That's not really a good conducive family home, but they've got this set up, you know, for their employees to work out of. But this is a pretty good sized room. And look, they don't have the clear glass doors. This closes up nicely. This could easily be a media room here in the middle of the house. You got your laundry room here. Once again, them being turnkey, you're gonna be able to include their appliance packages. And guys, before we go any further, subscribe to our channel. We make these videos for you guys. People need to know that this exists here in Houston. You can get homes under $300,000 with a lagoon. Are you kidding me? No state income tax? Come on. People need to know about this stuff. Let them know. So subscribe, share this video with your friends, and let's check this out. Nice bathroom, ensuite here. And then look at the little furry animals on the wall. Love it. This is gonna connect through over to the garage. And then up here at the front of the house, you've got 2 more bedrooms. Now this is a pretty good sized room actually. I'm impressed. At 2,200 square feet, this is a good sized room to have a full size bed, plenty of space before the dresser. I mean, I'm not getting like bumped around at all. Periodic table of elements. I might point out, Ferris Realty, FE, iron. That's all I'm gonna say, right there. We do have full walk-in closet over here, and it's gonna get a little tight, but no light, guys. See, all of this is good build up for this price we're gonna hit you with. And then this is gonna be your kind of joint full-size bath for these rooms. These are good sized bedrooms. To have queen size beds with all of this space, these are probably 11 by 13. So it's that extra foot that's really making all of the difference in the world. So that's it for their 1-story. They've got 1,400 square foot going all the way up to 2,400 square foot. And as we walk outside to the next builder, I'm not only gonna tell you exactly how much this home costs, but I'm gonna tell you as cheap as these homes possibly go. Now I knew the prices out here got low, but I actually truly didn't think they got as low as they get. And talking to my good friend Keith over here, he let me know that the cheapest homes they are selling out here right now with Lennar start at $270,000. Now, yes, they're 1,400 square feet, but look around the city. Look at what you get for your money out here in Sunterra. I definitely think it's a huge, huge value play. Now, one other thing I wanna cover, we're about to hit our last house here, and it's another builder that's gonna deliver a ton of value. But I wanted to let you know the HOA out here is higher than a lot of these other communities at $1,700 a year. But there's one feature I didn't tell you that it includes that I think is important for you to know. It actually includes your internet. So they bundled really fast, high-speed internet, so it's included in your HOA. So as soon as you move in, you've got access to that internet just waiting for you, and it's giving you that access to the lagoon. And if you're not familiar with how much HOAs typically cost here in Houston, a good HOA that's got a good neighborhood with a pool, amenities like that, they're always gonna start up over $1,000. A lot of them around $1,200, $1,300, and they don't come with internet and they don't come with the lagoon. So overall, you're in a pretty good spot. And taxes, a lot of people ask us about taxes. Because this is such a big neighborhood and it's in 2 different counties and in 2 different school districts, the tax rates will vary a little bit based on where you end up here in the community, but most of them are gonna be slightly over that 3% mark. And just so you know how it works, when I bought in my neighborhood 6 years ago, our tax rate was 3.4, now it's at 2.6. So as they continue to build out new construction developments like that, like this, over time, the taxes will continue to go down. So right now they're just over that 3% mark. So that's a little bit of the skinny on what's going on in the neighborhood. We showed you Lennar, and we got one more builder to show you. Now, last but not least, we're in D.R. Horton's 50-foot model home. This is a 1-story, and I'm locking that door because this place is busy, guys. It's tough to film these videos when people are out here wanting to buy these homes, but we try to come on Tuesdays so that it's not too busy. But anyways, we're gonna start up here at the front of the home. This is a smaller 1-story. Now, the prices with D.R. Horton, surprisingly, are actually gonna be back up. We're actually going back up in price but they actually have some finishes and features in these homes that we didn't see over in Lennar. So this is your front bedroom, decent size, full-size bed, got the windows up at the front, and then no walk-in closet. You know, you got your single door here. One of the things I like a lot about D.R. Horton is they're very turnkey. So they're not the only builder that's turnkey, but everything's included, fridge, washer, dryer, blinds, and we can negotiate all that. They also have some of the best interest rate incentives. Them and Lennar are gonna put their boxing gloves on and go toe-to-toe and fight over how low they can get your interest rates. So, especially with these newer homes and these lower price points, you're gonna want that interest rate as low as possible. And we're seeing them as low as 4.5%, even 4% interest rate. So I'm here standing in a bathroom telling you guys about interest rates. This is the bathroom up at the front of the house. These are the finishes that you can expect. It is a nice layout. You've got luxury vinyl plank. This is more of a kind of natural wood look. Now, I like this room here on a 1-story. I like that secondary space on this first level. You'd use this probably as a home office. I'm not sure, I didn't ask them if they could throw some doors on here for you, but if they can't, you can throw them in after for pretty cheap. But good home office, also could be a pretty small media room, maybe a play area for the kids, but definitely kind of that extra flex space here on the first floor. And then this is gonna be your entry to the garage. Now the home opens up really nicely here. I do like this. I like the width that we have going on here in this house. And it's really cool too to see a circular table here. It kind of changes up the dynamic of this dining area, but this is a huge dining room. This could definitely accommodate an 8-seater dining room table. And then the finishes over in here are nice and clean. Classy, white shaker cabinets. You got white quartz up here, slide-in gas range with the oven underneath it. These are all the standard appliances that are gonna come with D.R. Horton. Huge farmhouse sink, stainless steel. You're gonna wanna get the grate to go down in there, and then popping over on in here. You got the cornered pantry. Now, as I mentioned, the main thing with these homes is the prices and the incentives. Now they're nice products and they're turnkey, but really they're just trying to work out all the stops. They want to get people into these homes, and the way to do that when interest rates are 7% is to buy down the interest rates. And both Lennar and D.R. Horton have their own in-house lenders, and a lot of them are throwing around $30,000 incentives right now, which really is gonna be difficult for some of these other builders to compete with. And so while, you know, the first couple homes we showed you have kind of some unique looks at higher price points, if you're looking for value and you're really looking for that like kind of long-term low interest rate play, these are gonna be your two better options. So you've got a pretty good size, like I guess walkway over here. And it's not, you know, cutting into the living room at all. This is plenty of space. They've got art where I would probably put a TV, but overall, I mean, really not bad. It's not tight, it's very open. Now, okay, we gotta talk about the grass here. It's getting a little darker. Guys, D.R. Horton paints their grass, and I kind of respect it. At first I kind of judged them, but you know what? It's the grass goes dormant here in Texas. They probably could pick a different shade of green, but guys, check this grass out. I'm sure it's gonna look great on video, but they were literally, when we were pulling up, they were painting the grass. So be careful if you visit their models, if you're wearing white shoes like me. I already have a little bit of green on mine to begin with, but yeah, that will stain your shoes. So be careful there. But hey, you know, it looks good in the winter. That's what it's all about. You're gonna go that way, and we've got the master bedroom kind of tucked off of the back of the home, which is gonna be the case with most homes, but before we get there, you are actually in the laundry room. So you just kind of ducked back in. These are gonna be the washer and dryer units that are included. And the fact that Keith was even able to back in here shows that this is a pretty good sized laundry room. So more space actually than any of the homes we've shown you today. And this one's kind of at the bottom of the price points. Now, master bedroom is actually pretty wide. You've got a king bed here, room to sit in the corner. You've got your full-size dresser. Ceiling heights in here are 9 foot. They go from 8 to 9 in the corner. Now they do have pre-wired speakers built into this model home. We actually had to turn the volume down before we filmed this. So bathroom's pretty open. It does have a dual vanity. These aren't quartz countertops. These are kind of a solid pour countertop. I need to probably figure out what these are actually called. What I know them as a kid, and I've said this before, is like, you know, you tech deck in these things. So we tore these things up when we were kids playing with our toys, but they're fun. You do have a soaker tub in here and a walk-in shower. Look, you're a little bit higher in price point, but guess what? You get a shower door over here compared to what we saw next door. So now popping in here, closet's a little on the smaller side. Now this isn't one of their biggest floor plans. Their floor plans are gonna start just over 1,600 square feet, and they're gonna go up to 2,700 square feet. So you've got a lot of options with them as a builder. And as of now, they're only on 50-foot lots. But here's the thing that I want to tell you about. D.R. Horton has the largest land position out here. In fact, I think they have 800 lots. They've acquired the land from the developer. And so what that does is it really secures their future here in Sunterra. So it really, over time, even though there's 23 builders now, this is really your last year to buy with many of these other builders. As we're going through talking to these salespeople today, picking which models we're gonna show you guys, one of the reasons we picked D.R. Horton and Lennar is because we wanna show you stuff that will be available if you're watching this video 6 months from now. And we know for sure that D.R. Horton and Lennar will have those. A lot of these builders have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 lots left, but they're not gonna have the opportunity to buy more lots from the developer once this community is completely built out. Whereas D.R. Horton is probably gonna be building out here at least for another 3 or 4 years. So they probably will come out with some other product lines, but as it stands right now, they're just building on these 50-foot lots. Now, you got your other bedrooms over here. I've got a little 1.5-year-old son. This room resonates with us. We love dinosaurs. I can go hang out with him just a little bit, but pretty cool room. Not quite a walk-in closet. I would say this is a very average size room. You got twin bed in here, probably 11 by 10. This is gonna be the shared restroom between the two. And this one feels a lot more open, but I'm not sure it necessarily is. This one's just got a twin size bed. And then you do have your closets over here. Single door, I prefer when you've got the double doors, because this is a very wide closet. Like, I can completely disappear. Probably don't follow me in here, but it's just tough to access if you're actually hanging clothes up. So I would say that that's gonna be the one kind of caveat to that. Now, that's it. This isn't a massive 1-story home, but I'm gonna get you outside. I'm gonna tell you exactly what these homes cost. All right, that covers it for the home tours, but you're probably wondering exactly how much this home costs. You can get homes starting out here with D.R. Horton, as I mentioned, around 1,600 square feet, and they're gonna start around $325,000. Now, as I mentioned, they've got some crazy lender incentives right now, up to $30,000 with some of these builders out here, and they are subject to change, so you're definitely gonna wanna reach out to us if you are looking at these. And their highest price point homes, around 2,700 square feet, are still coming in around $400,000. They've got plenty of floor plans, plenty of options, and a lot of lots left to develop out here in Sunterra. Now, if you're looking at Katy and you want some other options, you're gonna wanna check out our recent video on Ellison. It is a great community here in Katy, right down the road with some higher price points. And as always, if you're thinking of moving here, guys, don't do it on your own. We do this for a living. So give us a call, shoot us a text, send us a quick email. That way we can help you make a smooth move right here to Houston, Texas.